So a few months ago, there was a brand new release here in 2024, designer fragrance. And I told you guys on my channel that I was going to get a decant of it because I wasn't picking up a full bottle of this at retail because it's a Mont Blanc fragrance and they drop in price like 50 bucks in a matter of like a month. And so with that said, I got a decant, tested it on my live, really enjoyed it. And then it finally came on News Parfums, the site that I use from France, for like $43. So I decided to add it to my cart with my new Lacoste and Amen Phantasm and all that stuff. Well, now we're going to do my full review now that I got the bottle in. I've already worn it. Give you guys the full presentation, all that stuff of this. This is Mont Blanc Legend Blue. So without further ado, let's get it. What's good, my great smelling dudes? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Randy, aka Fragrance Dude. Thank you guys so much for joining me for yet another full review of a brand new designer release here in 2024. One that, it came out 3 months ago, and I told you this year I'm dialing back on the stupid designer purchases, and by stupid I mean like the ones that you know are going to be half the price within like a week or two, and Mont Blanc is definitely one of those brands that, and I gotta say, like 2 weeks after this came out, it hit FragranceNet for like 50 bucks. And so I was cutting back on that to do more niche and indie spending. But I told you guys I would pick this up eventually. I did a haul where I picked up the new Lacoste. I picked up Replica, Whispers in the Library, Replica Coffee Break, and I decided to throw this into the cart. But before we get into my full review of it, please, if you can, if you're not already and you like my content, hit the subscribe button. Everybody on the way in, hit the thumbs up, like button, really helps out. Comment below. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you've tried it. I understand not everybody has tried these fragrances. You don't get out. You maybe don't have the means to go try it. I understand that. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to tell you if it's any good, if it's worth it, what it smells like, stuff like that. Today we're going to be doing my full review of Mont Blanc Legend Blue. So it's a Mont Blanc bottle. I like the nice blue gradient. It's semi-see-through. Don't pick it up from the cap. You can never really pick this up from the cap. They actually have nice atomizers. They always have. And then you have the box. It's a 100 milliliter eau de parfum. I got it for $43 or $44 on News Parfums, which is from France. And it arrived here in like 4 days. But that's just the box. Don't really need anything else. If you want to know the batch, I never really say that, but 24P09P038. Long batch code. Anyway, so I'm going to give you the full note breakdown since this is a full review so you guys can follow along with me. The top notes are lavender and mint. Mid notes are sandalwood and cedar. Base notes are ambroxan and moss. So I didn't bring out the two little toys that I thought I was going to that are going to be like kind of props to show you guys. But this fragrance does remind me of other fragrances out there. It reminds me specifically of one in the opening, and in the dry down it reminds me of like three. With that said, in the opening of this fragrance, as soon as you spray it on, it smells beautiful. It smells minty. It smells like a tiny bit of citrus, maybe like a slight fruity tone or something like that, but it is more mintiness. And it has almost like a watery feel to it as well. And you know what it reminds me of here in the opening is Boss Bottled Unlimited. The white one with the green writing on the side. I have it in my room and I forgot to bring it out. But it has like a minty version of that. In the opening of this, I've heard some people say it's not their favorite part of it. Honestly, the opening to this is my favorite part of it. I think that Boss Bottled Unlimited was one of my favorite Boss bottles. It's all based on your selection. What kind of fragrances do you like? I like Boss Bottled Unlimited. It has that kind of fruity, again, watery, almost like the Boss's version of like Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. It was kind of like that. We'll take that and make it into this just with a lot of extra mint. So it's like a minty, semi-blue, semi-fruity fragrance there in the opening, but it's more heavily on the mint. And then all the way undertoning that is that Mont Blanc Legend DNA, which was always compared to what? Fierce and Percival. If you wanted a slightly different twist on the DNA, you would go with Fierce. If you wanted a higher quality DNA that lasted longer, you go with Percival, Parfums de Marly Percival. Okay, so after about 15 minutes, that lavender pulls up a bit more, that mint goes down even more. You get some more of the woody tones pulling in. You get some of that bright ambroxan. You get some geranium pulling in, which isn't in the note breakdown. You get a little bit of vetiver. And that is where it just legit starts to turn into Mont Blanc Legend, Percival, Fierce. And so really it's just the dry down of this. Everybody and their mother who has tried any of those fragrances I just mentioned, you'll know what it's going to smell like. It's like 90% that with extra sandalwood. That's what the dry down smells like. It kind of removes that tonka bean from that's the difference. So Percival is a little bit more on the woody side. Fierce was a little bit more on the musky side, while Mont Blanc Legend had a slight bit of this tonka bean, giving it a bit of sweetness. That was the difference between the three, while all three were like 90% similar as far as like the style of DNA. Well, this one, it kind of just removes that sandalwood or that tonka bean and replaces it with sandalwood. So imagine the original Mont Blanc Legend, aka Fierce, aka Percival, just with extra sandalwood on top. The only part of the fragrance you need to know what it smells like more is the opening. And the opening is that minty Boss Bottled Unlimited. It has a little bit of like a fruity, almost semi-aquatic, something like that. Like your Invictus Aqua, stuff like that. It has that kind of smell, but to me, because of that mintiness and a little bit of fruitiness, it smells most like Boss Bottled Unlimited. That's what the opening smells like. The only thing that carries over from the opening is the mint and lavender, but the mint is more drawn down. So really, again, after about 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, this fragrance really just turns into, again, that Percival DNA, Mont Blanc Legend DNA, added in a little bit of extra sandalwood, and then have a minty base underneath it. It's still going to be musky. It's still going to be woody. You get that sandalwood and cedar mixing in. You get a little bit of vetiver, geranium. It's aromatic. It's woody. It's clean. It's fresh. It's blue. It is really just a slightly minty version of Mont Blanc Legend, and it smells great. It's probably the second best, maybe third best Mont Blanc Legend behind the 2013 and 2014 editions. But just definite FYI, as soon as you spray this on in stores, like if you go to Macy's and try it out, you're going to think, oh, that's really neat. Yeah, okay, it is. It does smell nice. It does smell really nice. But when you get to the dry down, it is redundant to a lot of other things. It smells great. It is a really good cheapie. You'll be able to find this for 40 bucks. Again, I found it for 43, but it's a $19 shipping. But that's why I buy like 4 bottles at once, because it kind of alleviates that shipping a bit. But you'll be able to find it. I know it's on Joma Shop for 60 something right now. Retails like 100, but I mean, soon enough it'll be 40 bucks everywhere, then 30 bucks, then probably rack stores like Marshall's and stuff. And under 50 bucks, this is a steal. It is a perfect blue work scent, all year scent. It's just, again, it's Percival, aka Mont Blanc Legend, with extra sandalwood and then added an undertone of mint. And that is after the opening, which is, again, more of like that Boss Bottled Unlimited, just not as fruity. That's pretty much exactly what you get with the fragrance. It's very, very nice. It's a blue Percival. And I say Percival because, you would think I would keep saying Mont Blanc Legend, but I actually get a little bit closer to Percival, and it seems like it's a slight bit higher quality than the original Mont Blanc Legend. So with that said, that's why I keep saying Percival. I still like Percival a little bit better than this for sure, and it's a little bit more wearable and blue, but this one has a little bit more of a fun, semi-youthful opening with that kind of green, minty, aquatic fruitiness. It's a very nice, interesting opening. But as far as the fragrance lasting, that's where the Percival lasts about 7 to 8 hours. The original Mont Blanc Legend's about 4. This one's between 4 and 5. It's not a crazy performer. It does have a nice above average projection for the first like hour and a half, and then it calms down on your skin. Once it really gets through into that blue phase, where it's really just that Mont Blanc DNA, that Mont Blanc Legend DNA, it'll sit there for like another hour, but then it will just start to wane down on your skin and turn into more of a personal bubble scent until, again, probably hours 4.5 to 5. It doesn't get you more than that, but you wouldn't expect that much more from Mont Blanc Legend. I did spray it on the clothes and it was there the next day. So, I mean, it all depends on skin chemistry, and it's been like 98 degrees outside. So, 98 degrees, that was a band. But yeah, so my skin might have been dried out. So I don't know. I'm gonna say that it's around 5 hours. That's about right with this fragrance. Maybe 5 to 6, but 5, 6 pushing it. But yeah, that is Mont Blanc Legend Blue. Not really much to say about it. I mean, it smells really nice. I'd give it probably like a 7.5 to an 8. I think it's one of the better releases of this year. That said, it smells like other things, but it's just this year has been so boring. And if you're one of those people that wants something new and unique, this is not it. It's just, doing a twist on something that's already been done. Again, it's a Minty Percival after about 25 minutes. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Let me know what your thoughts are on this fragrance. I'm going to enjoy it. It's a really nice random pull, really nice office scent. So yeah, thank you guys so much. See you guys on the next one. Peace out.